Hello everyone, this is Vaishnav Shinde here. I'm doing my internship as a web development and designing intern under the Spark Foundation under their Rational Graduate Rational Internship Program, and this is my first task as a web development and designing intern. So we have developed the basic banking system. So in this website we are just performing the basic function of the bank, that is the transaction, which we have implemented. So here we go. So before that, I would like to tell you which language I have used for the front end, back end, and the database. So for the front end, we have used HTML, CSS, and the JavaScript, and for the back end, we have used PHP. And to store the data of the customer, we have used MySQL. Okay, here we are going to see the actual implementation of the website. So here we have just did the designing part. So we are going to see the actual logic behind the transaction, how the customers are going to add it in the database, again how the transaction is going to perform at the back end, again how to display the transaction history to the customer. So I'm going to show you how to import the database, again how to import the SQL file, and here we are going to see the actual implementation. So whenever you open the website, there will be one button like customer. So in the customer, what we have to do, so here we have to manually add customer to the database. So first of all, for that we just have to check whether our database is connected successfully to our local server or not. So as you can see here, this is the query where we are going to see whether we are going to see whether our database is connected to the server or not. So as you can see here, the local host is my server. Again, root is my username, and the password will be which you have given at the time of the installation, and this will be your database name. So whenever our connection is successful, to see all the details of the customer. If our connection is if we are not successfully connected to the local server, then we will get some errors. So whenever your connection is successful, then on the screen you are able to see the customer name along with their account number and other details. In the view.php file, we have just we have just displayed the customer details along with their account number, IFS number, again amount, how much balance is present in their account, whether the customers are present in your database. Here what we are going to see, whenever the customer is present in the database and you have to perform the transaction, again we have to check whether the customer or the sender which you have selected is present in the database or not. So for that, what it does, first it will check whether that particular data is present in our database or not. So customer is the table which is present in our database. It will check that particular customer is present in your customer table or not. If customer is present, that particular customer is present in your database, then what it does, it will displays the user ID, again the name of customer along with the email address, account number, and their other bank details. So after that, it may chances that the customer which you have selected is not present in the database. At that moment, you will get acknowledgement that that particular customer is not present in your database or in your table. After once you have selected the customer to perform the transaction, you have to perform the transaction, you just have to need to select the destination, that is the receiver. So for the receiver, the customer which are present in your database, the list of that particular customer will be displayed to you. You just have to select that particular customer to perform your transaction. So from here we are just selecting the customer from the drop down list which is available to you. Again, after that, what we are going to perform, so we are just taking the how much amount you have to transfer to your particular destination. Minimum you have to take minimum for the transaction, minimum amount is 100. Minimum amount you have to transfer minimum 100 rupees to that particular destination or that particular receiver. So what you have did to that particular customer. So whenever you select amount and click on the transfer button, at the back end what process is going to perform, which process is going to be performed, so we are going to see that. So in the transfer.php file, it will check you have selected the amount, selected the destination, selected is present in the database. Okay, again after that what it does, it will transfer that amount to the destination, and it will cut the balance from your sender's account. So this is the logic behind that. Behind that, it will update the balance. It will update balance at the both sides. From the sender, it will reduces the balance, and in the destination, in the receiver side, it will increase the balance amount. So whenever you are performing that transaction, whenever the transaction get failed, you will get some acknowledgement there. So whenever the transaction is whenever that particular customer is present in the database and your transaction is successful, then the flag will goes on true, and it will update the receiver's amount. After updating the receiver's amount, again if there may be chances that the transaction may fail due to some technical issues. So at that time you are able to see that why your transaction is failed on your screen. So this is the logic behind that. So after that, what we have did, we are able to see now the how much customers are present in your bank or in your database. After that, we have selected the particular customer to perform the transaction. After performing transaction, what we have seen that whenever we are performing the transaction at the back end in the database, which process has performed. So now we are going to see whenever the transaction is performed. So we just have to know that the history of that particular transaction. So in this file, what we have did, so in this logic, what we have did, we have just displayed the transaction history to the customer along with the sender ID, receiver ID, again the IFS number, then how much amount you have transferred along with the current date and time. So in this way, the basic banking system works. So here we are going to see the actual implementation. So this kind of window will be displayed to you, as I have said that you are able to see the two buttons, one for the customer and another for the transaction. So in the customer, you are able to see the number of customers which are present in your database. So actually the data of 10 customer is present in my database. So I'm going to perform the transaction. I will select Arjuna to send the money. So as you can see here, as I have told, in the customer details you are able to see the customer ID, again the name of customer, email ID, and their balance. Again to make the transaction, you have to select the destination, that is the receiver. So you can select anyone which is present in your database. So I will send money to the Aradhya. Again I will send, minimum amount is 100 rupees, so you can send, I will send here 2000 again. Okay, my transaction is successful. You will get acknowledgement here. Again we are going to see whether our transaction is done successful or not. So as you can see here, our sender is Arjuna. So you can see here is the sender name and here is the receiver's name. So Arjuna has sent 2000 rupees to the Aradhya, and here is the Aradhya account number along with the current date and time. So you can see here the value updated here. Again we are also going to see whether this value is actually updated in the database. So as you can see here, this is my database QAXP. Under this database there are two tables are present. First one is the customer and another is the transfer. In the customer table, the details of all the customer is present. So this will take some time. And in the transfer table, all the transaction details are present. So we will wait for some time. Okay, as you can see here, in the customer table all the customer details are present. If you want to add another customer, from here you can add the another customer along with their all the details. So again we are going to see whether our transaction history is also updated in the database table or not. So as you can see here, Aradhya, Arjuna has sent 2000 rupees to the Aradhya, and along with the current date you can also see here. So in this way the basic banking system works. If you love this project, it is available on the GitHub. Again, if you have any query you can contact me. Thank you.